Welcome to another episode of the Neoliberal podcast. I'm Ronaldo McKenzie, your host and creator. And today we are releasing or sharing an article entitled Castro was in a federal prison cell. Castro was in a federal prison cell with Jeffrey McKellop, a January 6th rioter. And of course, we have been releasing a slew of articles, stories, and we'll be publishing an ebook or a book later today con- uh, about John Anthony Castro's story and about his latest lawsuit. The title of the book the ebook is John Anthony Castro files motion to strike. It was rigged from the start. It is authored by John Anthony Castro, but it's edited by me, Ronaldo McKenzie, who interviewed and wrote the story, and we have been piecing together the information. But today I want to share just a bit of I interviewed or I was able to make contact with John Anthony Castro, and he's been sharing with me from federal prison the latest and what's been going on with his case, and so we have an update about his imprisonment, which is a bit concerning. And I'm going to share an article that we have just published in the Neoliberal Post entitled Castro was in a federal prison cell with Jeffrey McKellop, a January 6th rioter. And of course, the article is an expose on John Castro's latest appeal and the shadows behind this conviction. Here is the story. Here is the article. It begins like this. I thought I was going to die and feared for my life. Former GOP presidential candidate John Anthony Castro experienced a chilling twist of fate. He found himself locked in a federal cell with Jeffrey McKellop, a Trump supporter. McKellop is a January 6th rioter and former Green Beret from Virginia. Now, Castro alleges that the intent behind this placement was far from accidental. According to him, there was a nefarious plan in motion. McKellop was to take him out. But what unfolded was not an assassination. It was an unlikely alliance. McKellop, captivated by Castro's story, found empathy where enmity was expected. Again, McKellop, captivated by Castro's story, found empathy where enmity was expected. The two formed a bond, one born in the crucible of confinement. Castro claims that McKellop was once a tool of political vengeance, and he was moved by conscience. Now, Donald Trump eventually pardoned pardoned McKellop. But Castro's legal troubles didn't end behind bars. He asserts that he was blindsided during his trial, cornered into a conviction through manipulation and legal sleight of hand. One of the government's key witnesses, Linda Rivera, allegedly provided false testimony, manipulated by undisclosed forces. Even more disturbing, Castro claims that federal attorneys were aware of the deception and choose silence over justice. In a move to reclaim his narrative, Castro filed a motion on Monday, May 12, 2025 to strike Rivera's testimony. This action forms the basis of his appeal as he seeks to overturn what he calls a wrongful conviction. In response to the unfolding legal drama, we have published a detailed book and op-ed to tell Castro's story. This is also a companion article chronicling Castro's full motion. It is available in the Neoliberal journals, and if you go to the article, you'll see it at the bottom entitled John Anthony Castro files motion to strike. It was rigged from the start. The book is available. It will be published later. It is published, but it's not released as yet. We've also sent a copy of this to the Jamaica Gleaner and the Jacobin magazine. Of course, the article highlights Castro's hiring experience and the question it raises about the integrity of the justice system itself. And of course, this is not merely a legal battle, it is a political epic and history. As it often does, it is and as it often does, is watching. Again, this is not merely a legal battle, it is a political epic, and history, as it often does, is watching. And history, as it often does, is watching. This is the Neoliberal podcast, brought to you by the Neoliberal Corporation. And this is a reading of an article, a quick article which is an expose of John Castro's latest appeal and the shadows behind his conviction. Ronaldo Mackenzie, please visit us at theneoliberal.com and ronaldocmckenzie.com. Subscribe at anchor.fm/theneoliberal or via YouTube at Ronaldo Mackenzie. Email us at info@theneoliberal.com, Ronaldo C. Mackenzie, ronaldocmckenzie@gmail.com, and please give us a call at 445-260-9198. What good?